Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well today. And welcome to the first review on this channel. I am actually very excited for this one. I wanted to start off with a product that I use almost daily. I do switch it out every now and then, and if you read the title, you'll see that that product is Gfuel. And I switched over to Gfuel about a year and a half to 2 years ago. Only because when it came to drinking coffee, I really only drink it for the social setting. I never really got up in the morning and went, oh, I need my coffee, I need my caffeine to get me going this morning. It was more of I wake up, pot of coffee's there. Okay, sure, I'll have a cup. And normally I would work out in the mornings, and what I would end up doing is I would buy a pre workout, I'd have that in the cabinet, and get up, have my pre workout, go to the gym, come back, and then I would get a bit of a crash for my pre workouts that I didn't like. And so then at that point, on other days I would need a bit of caffeine from coffee to help kind of kick me back up out of that down. So I started looking up other supplements I can take, just other things to give me that bit of focus and energy that I get in the gym without having that crash from pre workouts. And I ended up coming across G Fuel, which is kind of funny because it's really marketed towards gamers. And personally, I haven't seen if it or really tested to see if it makes a difference in focus for gaming. But I can say in the mornings, the focus blend that they have in here does make a difference for working out or really anything. Drink it first thing in the morning, and days where I don't drink it, I notice that I'm missing that level of focus. So that is a really good thing for me. That's a really big thing for me is I like having that extra bit of focus to get through the day and really get, any tasks done that I have for that day. So that's a really big thing. And then a plus side is it does have more caffeine than a cup of coffee, and about around the caffeine of some pre-workouts. I know some are higher than others, some are lower than others. This one is about 140 milligrams of caffeine in a serving, so that's really nice. That's what, 3 cups of coffee, 2 or 3 cups of coffee, something like that, and you're getting all that in just one easy drink. So that's definitely a bonus. And then the antioxidant complex that's in here is really nice. There's a lot of good stuff in here, really good for your body. So that's always great. And then as well as the vitamins as well, you can't really go wrong with that. So a lot of good things with G Fuel. I've really been liking it. So far, I've only had 4 flavors, and they've all been fantastic. And so I just figured I'll let you know just my experience with it, my thoughts on the flavors, what I think is the best that I have had, and just give you a little insight to my personal experience using G Fuel. So as far as the flavors go, I figure I'll go through them my least favorite to my favorite because I definitely have an order for that. And so shortly talk about each one real quick, and reason as to why I may like one more than the other. And so to start off with, we'll do one of their newer flavors, which is the sour demonade. And I do really like this flavor. It has that bit of lemonade flavor to it, so you get a little bit of that tang. My only downside to this one is the sour in it. I love sour stuff. I love sour candy, and I want it to be really sour. And I feel like this one could have done a little bit better with that. And I know everyone's going to be a little bit different. Some people want more sour, some people want less sour. So I think all around, I could see this being a good balance for everybody. If you like sour stuff, if you don't like sour stuff, or if you're not as big into sour stuff, this will probably be really good for you. And so that's just a very personal critique for me. Is I wish it was a little bit more sour, but all in all, it's still a really good flavor. Definitely recommend trying. And then next to that is actually the French vanilla, which once again, really good flavor. Mixed in water is a mild French vanilla coffee, I would say, something like that. That's at least, my experience with it. It is good. It's one of those where if I'm having a day that maybe coffee sounds good, but I don't want to go through the process of making it. I'll grab a scoop of this, call it good, and it gives me that coffee flavor that I want. The other way to mix this, and probably the best way to mix this, is in any kind of milk. Now, I personally use unsweet vanilla almond milk when I mix it in there, and it's delicious. And I highly recommend trying that. That's one that I only do if I don't want G Fuel in the morning, if I want it a little bit later in the afternoon. That's when I do that, because I'll get days where maybe I get a bit of a sweet tooth, and if I'm getting tired, if I'm starting to get kind of drowsy in the afternoons and I need something to just, give me that little bit of boost, I'm going to go to G Fuel. And then if I happen to have a sweet tooth on top of that, then I'm going to go ahead and grab this, throw it in some almond milk, and I mean, the mixture is just fantastic. It's sweet, it's delicious, it's wonderful. This is one of those flavors that I highly recommend if you want to try it out. Definitely try it in milk, and you cannot go wrong with that. And then next up is the Spicy Demonade, which I absolutely love. This flavor it's like cayenne meets a lemonade, which not a lot of people are going to like, and some people will like. I'm in that category of I really like it. I use this one for early mornings or nights where maybe I didn't really get enough sleep or didn't really sleep at all, and I'm really dragging in the mornings. I'm struggling to get out of bed. I don't really want to do anything. That's when I go for this flavor because of that little bit of cayenne. I like that added bit of spice to a morning drink. To me, it really gets you going in the morning. And I know people that aren't a fan of that, and that's totally understandable. But personally, I really like that. I will say this is, I think, their second formula doing this one. This one was in the bundle with the Sour Demonade, came with the Slayer Club shaker as well. And I've noticed between this is the second time I've had this one and the first one I had, I think the first one was a little bit spicier, in my opinion. It definitely seemed to have more of that kick to it, which this one is still, plenty spicy. It still has a lot of that flavor to it, but I think they cut that spice down just a little bit for this formula. And then one thing I just wanted to point out for this one as well, this one seems to settle in the bottom of my shaker, and I usually give it a good 30 seconds to a full minute of shaking before I even start drinking it. And this one will try to settle in there, and everything that settles seems to be the spicy bits that are in there. If that makes any sense. A little, I know it's all mixed up in powder, but like the spicier bits of powder all get settled down at the bottom of the shaker. And I first realized that when I was drinking it. I was like, man, this really isn't that spicy. And I hit the bottom shaker. That last swallow of it was just all of that spice. And so I do recommend, if you want to try this one out, as you're drinking it, just give it a constant little stir or shake, just to make sure nothing gets settled down to the bottom and you don't end up running into that. And then last but definitely not least, my favorite of all the flavors I've tried has got to be PewDiePie. This was one of those that I was skeptical of, because to me it seemed like it was way overhyped for a flavor. Every time I looked up, top G Fuel flavors, or looked up forums or lists or anything on it, this was at the top of everyone's list. And so to me, that was like, maybe a little bit overhyped. I'm not sure about this one. It's not overhyped. I can say that from personal experience. It is absolutely delicious. It's, I think, lingonberry flavor, if I remember correctly. And for those of you who don't know what a lingonberry is, all I can tell you is that it's in the cranberry family. So sweet, tart, fruit type flavor, if that makes any sense. I'm terrible at describing flavors, by the way. But it is fantastic. I absolutely love it, and I highly recommend, if you're going to give G Fuel a try and you're a little bit unsure, try the PewDiePie. It's wonderful. They really knocked it out of the park with this flavor. It's my personal favorite. as of right now, there are other flavors I do want to try, but as of right now, it's my personal favorite, and it's the one I would most recommend to you guys. The only issue I have with this one is that it's so good, I barely even touch the other ones anymore. I'll be honest, I get up in the morning, I'm going to get me some Gfuel. I'm looking through, oh, what I want. Do I want the spicy, the sour, the friend I had? No, give me the pita pie. Just something about it. It's so good. I need to actually calm down on this one. Otherwise, I'm going to run through it too quick and then not have any left. So definitely recommend that one. I recommend all of them, but especially that one if you're new to Gfuel or new to the energy supplements in general and you're not sure what to try. I would put PewDiePie at the top. Definitely give that one a go. As far as cans go, I have had Raging Gummy Fish in the can. Also very delicious. Also another recommended one I would try. I want to try the powder form of that one, see if it's any different than the cans. But if you come across the cans maybe in a grocery store or gas station and you're like, oh, I thought about trying Gfuel, and you see that flavor, I definitely recommend it. So I'm also going to leave a link to their website down in the description for you guys, so that if you do want to try it out, you'll have the link right there. You can go there and check out what flavors they have and see what sounds good. Maybe do a sample pack, try a couple different things. So, but yeah, that's been my experience with it. I'm glad I switched over to Gfuel. I really like it, and it really does a lot for me to help me get through my days. So, highly recommend, and hopefully I was able to help you guys out. Share my experience with it, and yeah, definitely give it a try and let me know what you guys think. And that'll be it for this one. That's first review video up, so yay there, and I got plenty more to come for you guys. So hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.